pattern pieces, we have our back lining and our back main piece bodice, our front bodice lining and our front bodice main piece, and then our back short pieces and our front short pieces. Okay, so we're going to take our back liner pieces. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing with our front bottom pieces or front leg pieces. We're going to lay them right sides together, and we're going to pin or clip at our crotch seam right here. Or I guess our back and front seam is not necessarily our crotch seam. We're pinning to the crotch seam. And we're going to sew this edge too. Now that we have our front and back bottom pieces, we're going to lay these right sides together. We're going to pin our side seams and our crotch seam. So I'm going to start with this side seam. Just making sure everything's lining up nice and perfectly. Then I'm going to rotate to this side seam. And we'll also do our crotching. I'm going to line up my seams first on my crotch. I'm going to pin there, and then I'll pin wherever else I need. You can pin as much or as little as you need. And then I'm going to sew down my side seams and then my crotch seam second. Okay, so now that we have this done, we're going to set this aside. We're going to take our front main piece and our back main piece, and we're going to lay them right sides together, and we're going to pin at our shoulder seams. And then we're going to sew our shoulder seams. Next, we're going to have our liners, and we're going to place them also right sides together. And we're going to pin at the shoulder seams of our liner as well. And we're going to sew our shoulder seams. Okay, so now that we have our liner and our main piece shoulder seams sewn, we're going to open up our liner, and then we're going to open up our main bodice piece, and we're going to place them right sides together. You want to make sure that you have, I gotta switch this, sorry. You want to make sure that your backs and your main fronts are lined up on the same side. That's what I just double checked. And I'm going to pin around the neck hole. Now we're going to sew in a circle around that neck hole. Okay, so now that we have our neck hole sewn, we're going to open this up right sides out. Just like this, okay? So now that's right sides out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this, we're going to do a burrito roll. So I'm going to flip this so that both the main and the lining are up on the shoulder. And I'm going to roll into like a burrito into my sleeve. And once it's inside and rolled all nice and tight, I am going to pin at my seams together to close my arms guy. And I'm gonna pin, making sure I'm pinning my main piece to my liner. And we're gonna sew along here. Okay, so now that we got our arms guy sewn, I'm gonna pull my roll out, just like that. Okay, so now we have one tank sleeve done. We're gonna do the same thing to this side. I'm gonna open it up so that the lining and the main are face up, or right sides up, and I'm gonna roll my other shoulder into the middle. I'm gonna pin at my sleeve, at my seam again. Just make sure it lines up, and I'm gonna just pin as much or as little as you guys want. I'm gonna do 2 pins on each side from the middle, just to make sure that things stay lined up while I sew. And we'll do the same thing to the other side. Now I'm gonna sew that arms guy. Okay, so now that we have that one done, we're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna pull out what we rolled in there. Just like this. So now we have both of our tank sleeves done. Now what we're gonna do is I'm going to open it up the same way I just did my sleeves, like this, except for we're not gonna roll. I'm gonna open up this side too, and we're gonna place them right sides together, making sure our main is touching main, lining is touching lining. I'm gonna line up my seams first, like always, so that they are even, and then I'm gonna just pin. Here. And here, and I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. I'm gonna find my seams and I'm gonna line them up like this. And I'm gonna pin, still making sure my lining is touching lining, right sides together. My main is touching my main, right sides together. I'm gonna sew here and here. Okay, so now that our side seams are done, we're gonna open it up. Nice and pretty, and your bodice is done. So now we're gonna take our back piece, our bottom piece, sorry, and we're gonna have our right side out and inside out, okay? We're gonna put our bodice with the front side to the front and the back side to the back inside our pants, right sides together, and we're gonna pin. Just an eye pin to the quarters. Some people use more, some people use less, but so it's evenly distributed. I pin in quarters. So I pin my 2 side seams, and then I pin my front and back quartered. So now that we have that pinned, we're gonna sew in a circle around here. Okay, so now that we have our whole romper put together, we're gonna do our last step, and we're gonna hem our bottoms. You're gonna fold. I'm gonna do a regular hem, so I'm gonna fold up 1/2 inch, and I'm just gonna pin in a circle making sure that it's evenly 1/2 inch. You can choose to rolled hem, you can lettuce hem, you can hem this way. I use my cover stitch to hem. You can use your sewing machine, whatever way to hem you prefer. I just prefer to hem this way majority of the time. So now I got one leg pinned. I'm going to pin the other leg as well. Still folding up 1/2 inch. Going around. Now I'm going to top stitch or hem, and there you have it, the Layla Romper.